One of the most popular sets released by the US Mint every single year is the one made specifically for collectors, the US Mint Proof Set. The proof set contains one proof example of every single coin struck by the US Mint for circulation that year. And while the proof set series started all the way back in 1936, it was not until the 1960s that the series would become the proof set series that collectors would know and love today. We have put together a massive collection of every single proof set struck by the US Mint during the 1960s. This huge collection is item number 9055663. 9055663. And this massive 10 proof set collection also contains those 3 special mint sets struck by the US Mint from 1965 to 1967. As everyone knows, during those 3 years, there would be no mint or proof sets released by the mint that year. However, they would produce those special mint sets because collectors really wanted their annual sets from the US Mint, so they made those to appease collector demand. On top of having the massive 10 set collection tonight, we also have our beautiful EasyPay program. It's 905-7477. It's 905-7477. And what that is the way for every collector to be able to grab this massive 10 set collection without having to drop the entire $200 all at once. What it is, it's 5 payments of $39.99, and each of those shipments will arrive with 2 proof sets and or SMS sets from this collection. 2 sets every month for 5 months at just $39.99, and that price will stay the same. It will not change, and you can cancel at any time. This massive collection is every single proof set from the US Mint through the 1960s, and our total set is just $199.95. And at that price, we are more than $380 less than our nearest competition for these stunning proof sets. Now, let's talk about the proof set series. While the proof sets did start all the way back in 1936, it would not be until the late 1950s or the 1960s, to be more specific, that the series would become the massive collecting hit that we know today. It started about in 1957, which was the first time the proof set would ever get above 1 million in mintage. We would then see it hit its heyday in the 1960s, becoming one of the most popular collector sets released every year by the United States Mint. So much so that when the Mint decided to not strike mint sets or proof sets in 1965, 66, or 67, collectors still needed to get their set, so the Mint made sure they had something ready. They called these the special mint sets. And these were sets released during that year that would have the coins the US Mint was striking for circulation. However, there would be a unique setup for those collections. They would have only 1 Kennedy half dollar each that would be struck at the Denver or Philadelphia mints. Just the one. Some of the most sought after Kennedy half dollars in the entire series. Our collection has every one of the proof sets from 1960 to 1964, all 3 of those special mint sets, and the 2 first proof sets struck at the San Francisco Mint in 1968 and 1969. If you were to put together just the 5 proof sets from 1960 to 1964, you're looking at upwards of $400 with our competition. Our complete 10-piece sets are half the price at just $199.95. The SMS sets by themselves would cost you upwards of $124. The lowest price any of those sets are going for today is $42 per set. Then once you add in those final 2 proof sets from 68 and 69, altogether, these 10 sets with our competition would cost you over $585. We are significantly less at just $199.95. And you are going to receive all 7 proof sets and all 3 SMS sets released by the United States Mint during the 1960s, the heyday of the proof set series, and what would be the beginning of the modern era of the US Mint, with the transition to 68 with the San Francisco Mint picking up the proof set series. These sets are living, breathing pieces of US Mint history, and you cannot go wrong at just $199.95. We also have our EasyPay program. That's 5 shipments of just $39.99. And each of those shipments will receive 2 sets from this 10-set collection, 2 each month at just $39.95. That price will stay exactly the same. It will not change, and you will be able to cancel at any time. We put these EasyPay programs together so everyone has an opportunity to get their hands on these rare pieces of US Mint history. As I said, the 1960s was the beginning of the collector craze around the proof sets, and those are some of the most sought after in the entire series. We all remember that in 1964, the US Mint would remove circulating silver from their collections, which meant that those final 5 struck at the Philadelphia Mint are some of the most sought after in the entire series today. It's why just the 1960, 61, 62, 3, and 4 proof sets by themselves is twice the price of our entire 10-set collection. Just those 5 proof sets with our competition are upwards of $400. And let's just not talk about the full sets. Let's talk about the coins inside of them. If you were just to get just the Kennedy half dollars from this collection, you're looking at upwards of $370 for just the Kennedy half dollars. We have all of those half dollars and every other coin released in those proof sets and SMS sets, all for just $199.95. It's item number 905-5663. 905-5663. And our EasyPay program is 905-7477. That's 905-7477. And each of those EasyPay programs are going to be at $39.99 per shipment, with 5 total shipments for a grand total of $199.95. Get all 10 sets for less than $200. All 10 sets for half the price of just the 5 proof sets from the early 1960s with our competition. You can call in at 1-866-518-5933, or you can head over to our website, abccoins.com. Head up to the search bar on the right-hand side of the page and put 905-5663. That's 905-5663. And that's for the full collection, or if you want just the first shipment in the EasyPay program, it is 905-7477. And please make sure you call in now. At more than $380 less than our nearest competition, these massive sets are going to disappear, and do so quickly. Call in now before they're gone.